Technology is a great thing, and going into the next generation, it looks like it's going to continue to get better and better. With that being said, Sony has found some ways to realistically kind of showcase things not possible on the Xbox Series X. And whoa, I know what you're thinking. Hey, CG, hey, calm down there, guy. Xbox Series X is 12 T-flops, baby. 12 T-flops of Phil Spencer power, right? I get it, okay? 12 T-flops, it's great. Okay, I understand totally, but there is still some tech out there and things that Sony has that Microsoft doesn't have, that Xbox doesn't have. And I mean, we could get into the games aspect about that all day, just the quality difference and things like that, but it'd be a little bit redundant. Instead, I wanted to talk about some other things. There is a lot to talk about, and this came out, and I thought it'd make a good video, and I thought people would possibly be excited for it. So, hey, I want to get started. What's going on, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I certainly do appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you so much for always rocking out with me and just spending time with me. A lot of people wonder, how can you support a small YouTuber like me? Well, the easiest thing to do is just simply hit the like button. I mean, honestly, that's probably the simplest thing. You could hit the bell as well so you're notified of everything as soon as it drops. Again, I do everything unscripted, off the cuff, just passionate, just myself, and I really just enjoy talking video games, and hopefully that comes across to everybody. So, with that being said, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, they're coming soon. Yes, we have no release dates. Yes, we have no price points, but they are coming very soon. Hopefully we can get some idea of a lockdown of just what to expect in terms of exclusives and stuff like that, hopefully sooner rather than later. I know for me personally, I'm very excited by the idea of being able to buy my PlayStation 5 or buy an Xbox Series. Well, they haven't really given me a reason to buy one yet, but as a content creator, I feel like how can I talk about an Xbox Series X if I don't have one? You know what I mean? So within the idea of I'm going to have this channel, and I should be able to talk about it, and maybe run some stuff, some comparison videos and stuff like that. So, in that aspect, I'm sort of intrigued by the whole Xbox Series X stuff, and, from a standpoint of games, I actually want a PS5 because games are the most important thing. But with that being said, Sony is working on some different things, and they have some patents and stuff like that. These things usually genuinely leak out, and now we have something else that kind of leaked out. And again, this is something that I feel like really gives Sony a bit of an edge, because we're seeing this become more mainstream and more games are supporting it. So it looks like we have an idea about the PlayStation VR 2. And possibly when it comes out, this could be the PlayStation 5 secret weapon. So we know the PlayStation 4 VR, or the PSVR, is compatible with the PS5, but it looks like Sony is working on something even bigger and better for the upcoming console generation. And now there's a new listing at Sony in Japan that confirms that Sony is indeed developing a new VR headset, and it looks like it's going to be the successor of the PlayStation VR. So the listing itself, which had to be translated, so there could be a little bit of an issue there. It says, we're developing a head-mounted display for next-generation VR, and we are in charge of mechanical design of barrels and small and lightweight housings that support optical systems, heat dissipation design, and the development of jigs for optical system evaluation. Now, the interesting thing is, PSVR, that's what it sounds like. The listings for could be something a little bit different, but this sounds to me like it is for PlayStation as well. It mentions that it will involve work across the Sony group, and another part of the job mentions that the project is with a view of 5 years. Now, here's the thing. Due to the translation, this could be a situation where it's 5 years after the launch of the original, which was 2016. Another possibility is that Sony could be working on a VR headset, like standalone something or other that can be used without wires. But regardless, to me, it sounds like they're definitely working on PSVR 2, especially given that so many games are still supporting it. You just look at that Squadrons game. Star Wars Squadron is fully supporting PlayStation VR. The Hitman series is supporting it. The next Resident Evil Village is fully supporting PlayStation VR. It's realistically one of those situations where this technology is so far ahead of everything that anybody's doing. I'm really looking forward to that. So as you guys probably know, I'm really interested in what Sony's doing with the VR space, because I love VR, but at the same time, one of the things that I hate is having to constantly unhook mine. I got one of the first versions of it, so there's no HDR put through on that, which means I have to unhook it when I play a regular game on my PS4 Pro, and hook it back up, and it can be a pain in the butt a little bit. But I'm hoping that the next gen one will have the HDR stuff, so you can just leave it hooked up all the time, and possibly even be wireless, because even though it's only one main wire that goes from the headset, it can still be a little bit annoying to have to hook that up to actually be able to play through some things. Like, I love VR. I absolutely was hyped and excited to play, get an Xbox One X based on VR. And I think that a lot of people probably felt the same way. We keep seeing a lot of these VR things come about, and at the very least, it's it's just a situation where Microsoft, they probably should have went through with what they were saying. They probably should have definitely went ahead and said, hey, you know what? We're sorry that we weren't able to deliver VR. Let's make it up to you. Instead of just playing this kind of cat and mouse game. It seems like if it's not something that's going to be a surefire thing or a surefire win, they won't take any chances on it. Despite the fact that I've seen plenty of Xbox fans ask Phil Spencer and Microsoft for some VR support. It doesn't even have to be, it's not saying, oh, well, let's just let their studios do this or that or the other thing. The funny thing is a couple of their studios are still doing VR stuff as we speak, but just for Windows instead, right? Like, why can't that stuff be on Xbox? Like, I would love for that to actually be the case, and hopefully maybe that will be the case. But at the end of the day, I feel like this could be a huge weapon for the PlayStation 5 going against the Xbox Series X. Sony has been well known to kind of do this kind of stuff. It wouldn't make sense, by the way, to launch something this year VR-wise, because you're already launching an expensive console. That's why they do this. And if you go back and you look at what they did with the PlayStation VR originally, they released it in 2016 with the PS4 Pro, and originally that's, in my opinion, what the PS4 Pro was all about. An idea that it was there to sort of facilitate VR and kind of get things up and running. Like for me personally, I've tried PSVR on a regular PS4, and it's noticeably different on the PS4 Pro. So there's a lot. I don't get a headache and things like that. With the regular PS4, you tend to get that and things like that. And trust me, I was very skeptical of the PlayStation 4 Pro as well. And same thing with VR, until I actually was able to try it and kind of see for myself just how amazing this piece of technology is. And yeah, I get it. It's not going to replace mainstream gaming by any means, obviously, but the fact that it's still out there, able to do so many interesting things, and just be able to sort of support something that's a little bit different. I just love that aspect of it, and I really do hope that they continue to do that and continue to support it, because there's plenty of worlds left that I would love to see in VR, and the same thing with Xbox. And I'm not saying take away the main games or anything like that. I'm saying, why not a Halo game in VR, or a Gears game in VR, or a Forza game in VR, or something along those lines, where you can just get an idea for sort of what's going on. I just feel like that would be the best thing to do. And at the end of the day, I just also feel like Microsoft has a bunch of VR headsets as well. They also have deals with Oculus. Why not just have something ready to go where you could, even if you just do digital stuff, you could at least get something out there for the fans. And I think that would be a huge bonus for everybody going forward. So I personally would love to see that, and I just think that it would be smart for them to do that, because you have this console that's going to be capable next gen as well. Why not make it, give people a little something like that? It's very little risk on your part, to be honest with you. Just you were making this console, make it so that it works with some of these third-party headsets. It's more than powerful enough. It's 12 T-flops of Phil Spencer, blood, sweat, and tears. So I'm sure it'll work fine. Even just give people an option to get stuff digitally. Like, the indie scene is so big on VR right now that it would basically support itself, and then you outsource a few things like Halo or Gears or whatever. I don't see what the big deal would be, but yeah, I absolutely love the fact that Sony's doing this. I would love to see more worlds that Sony has, that they've created, take use of VR. You know, I'm not saying don't do the original versions or whatever, but why not do a version of Horizon Zero Dawn or, you know, God of War in VR? I'm not saying don't do the next ones, or I'm just saying why not do versions of those in VR? I think that would be fantastic, and I think a lot of people would realistically probably be on board for that. And it's, you know, a very exciting time to sort of see people go out of their way to, you know, express that they're actually into VR, especially that we're getting these VR things. Like that Vader Immortal sounds good, and people are like, man, I wish we had that. Or, you know, Hitman, all 3 of them are going to be in VR, and people saying, oh, I wish I had that. Like, that to me says it all. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. I'll link this. Let me know, what do you think about this tech? What do you think about Sony continuing with VR next generation? Sound off in the comments below. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to watch one of my videos. I really do appreciate it. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Game on, everyone. Game on. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.